Greetings, my name is Neosekken and welcome back to my Let's Play of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, we completed the 4th class trial and we found out that the person who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. And the reason she committed suicide was to try to end the conflict that was started with Monokuma revealing her as the mastermind to the rest of us. In an effort to protect us, and inspire us to unite against the mastermind. But Monokuma took her real suicide note, forged a fake one, gave it to Hina, and well, it ended up along the sequence of events leading up to Sakura's death, it basically made Hina think that Sakura killed herself out of despair and that she ended up dying hating everybody. So, in retribution, Hina did her damned hardest to undermine the investigation and the trial proper in order to lead everybody to a false conviction and get everybody killed, because in her mind at that point, people like them didn't deserve to live who would drive Sakura to that point in the manner that they did. And well, fortunately for her, everybody was very forgiving of her when the truth of the whole case came out. And well, now we're all united against the mastermind. And second, we've now gotten a second hint that the mastermind apparently did something to everybody's bodies. As Sakura's suicide note was basically going to go into details, but Monokuma basically prevented us from knowing what Sakura's speculations on these matters were. And finally, right at the very end of the chapter, we've learned, after a failed excursion, I guess, after a failed excursion of getting into the data center for 4th floor in the middle of the night, the identity of the 16th student who's apparently hidden somewhere within the school. The ultimate despair, Mukuro Ikusaba. Kyoko somehow managed to find this out, and she basically told Makoto to watch out for her. And that's basically when Chapter 4 ends. So, we now have Chapter 5 to look forward to, and, well, yeah, that's all I really have to say, honestly.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What?
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we'd be faced with another murder. Well, so much for uniting against the mastermind, huh? Way to honor Sakura's final wish, guys. Oh, hello. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Who are you? You look an awful lot like that. You look an awful lot like that masked wrestler that attacked Makoto in the secret room. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Chapter 5, 100-Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie, Daily Life. Well, since we're more than halfway through the game at this point, I think I'm going to be a little less careful with what I choose for thumbnail images now. Because if you're still following my Let's Play at this point, and you haven't played this game for yourself yet, and you want to, and yet you want to avoid possible spoilers for endgame stuff, well, or at the very least, spoilers that we'll be uncovering from this point onward, well, here's my final warning to you. After this video, the thumbnails are going to get a bit more spoilery from this point onward. So, yeah, just bear that in mind if you decide to continue watching or looking past videos for that matter. You've been warned. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning, in the dining hall. Well, then again, I guess I'll still try to keep things as spoiler-free in the thumbnails as possible, because, I don't know, it's just habit and consideration, but in case I don't, well, you'll know the reason why. So, just proceed with caution, is all I'm trying to say here. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. How nice of you to be joining us. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours? It's got legs that can help him reach all the way to Jupiter. That is a very tall and lanky horse.
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's just what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them. Really? I thought you were just going to milk the mastermind dry.
Huh?
You totally could have made a joke like that, and it would have been hilarious. Hey, Toko. You've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now! You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. Are you okay, Toko?
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. How's she supposed to get No, she could just do sign language or something.
Huh?
If she knows sign language. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? I'll take your silence as a resounding yes. Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved, because you're not as clever as you think you are. But it's okay. None of us ever thought that highly of you anyway. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again. We'll see, buddy, we'll see.
Let's go.
I would have thought after the last trial you'd learn to stop underestimating us. And we're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. I will walk on my fucking arms like a gymnast, you dick. Just to spite you. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Okay. So let's start looking around. Those stairs aren't open yet. So the only other place that we can really check at this point is the stairs leading up to the 5th floor. Because just like all the other, just like with all the other chapters, every time we get through a new one, the stairs open up on our floor, and would you look at that? Sure enough. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us. And it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason it feels unpleasant. I got a lot of coins I haven't spent yet. I'm gonna be getting a shit ton of gifts at some point. Not a terribly big floor. So we got a dojo of some sorts down there. A big room involving plants. And a room involving a microscope. And 3 classrooms this time, instead of just the usual 2. Nighttime secrets. No, more. So dirty. Yes, we all know you're dirty, even though you'd like to say otherwise, Mr. Bear. This is where a window would be in a normal classroom, but there's some huge metal plate mounted over it now. Metal plate here, metal plate over there too. We got a coin. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I didn't read that. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? If you want, I could go count. Sure, I can look at the clock and see what time it is, but what's the point? Nighttime rule, that's why. This is one of the monitors Makuma appears on. Seems pretty useless when he's not on it. Actually, no. It's totally useless no matter what. And it's 1 classroom down. Let's check out the other 2. Hey, someone made a little doodle of me. Haha, catch me if you can. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. Gross. Monokuma, are you feeling resentful of Mr. Cracker? Watch out, Mr. Cracker. I think this might be some kind of subtle threat. Anyway, hello, Toko. How you doing? Oh, wait, you can't tell me, can you? You can't talk. Huh? Does she want to talk to me about something? Let's play charades! Toko, what's wrong? Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. It's okay, Toko. I know deep down you have a spine in there somewhere. You won't let you can totally reach the point where you won't let yourself be bossed around like this anymore eventually. I have faith. It might take a while though, knowing you. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. Don't give up! You can do it. There you go. We got another coin. See you later, Toko. Alright, let's check this one classroom. Hello, Hina. This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. One way to find out. I forgot I could look up. Huh. So, classroom 5C. Hello! This is, quite the food fight we must have witnessed here. In fact, people died. Eye for an eye. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled... It was sour, pungent, and possibly rank.
I see.
Smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying, it's the smell of death? Their flesh and fat and blood. When did all this happen, though? There was no surprise in his voice. No shock. But he was right. I experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of the battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey!
What?
Come on now!
What? My fault again? Probably. Stop trying to blame everything on me. You're the one behind this whole game, so by default, I must. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
Unbelievable.
No. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yep. Let me give you an itty-bitty, eegee-squeegee little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. Really? What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? If we can take his word at face value, and honestly, why the fuck would you? Then clearly something must have happened here before he arrived. What's the meaning of all this? Yakuya? About what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard? Or is he just flat out ignoring me? Probably both. There are white chalk outlines drawn over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. Wish I could say I don't believe it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bodies by my count. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. You want to know what I find interesting? How the blood in here is colored red, even though all the blood we've seen up until now is colored pink. Unless this is basically meant to be a stylized version of old brown rusty blood or something like that. Okay, rusty doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry. And their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. Is this all really blood? Of course. I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way I can keep up with someone like that. Well, don't even try, then. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. Okay, I already read this. Okay. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. So let's get out of here then. Quite the interesting mystery we've just stumbled across. fact, let's go down here. I want to check out this thing. Right down here. Pretty Sakura trees. Or Sakura. Some samurai armor. The suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Well, it better be. I mean, you are in Japan, aren't you? Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here. It's in full bloom. Sorry, cherry tree.
Hey.
I got them confused. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? Everything in this whole fucking school is out of place! What the hell are you talking about? Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here. And it's in full bloom.
Hey.
Oh wait, I just read this. What am I doing? The target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. In fact, it spotted a coin. It's a straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? And for storing loose change. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. The wooden lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. Alright, what do you got for me, Kyoko? What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? Yup. She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. This is just basically your norm, though, Makoto. I don't even know why you complain about it at this point. You know, I failed to point this out, but there's no more stairs leading up to any more floors. Looks like we are essentially at the very top of the school now. So what do we have in here? That is a big fucking plant. Well, this is clearly the greenhouse in the school. Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. This place seems totally disorganized. From a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall. Is that a pickaxe? Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. Crazy diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. It's not your imagination. Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. We got coin. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Well, it wouldn't be a bad thing to learn. being self-sufficient. There's a lawnmower here. You have this here. Who's actually going to take care of the lawn? You will. I will guarantee that you'll take care of that precious lawn outside. You need the freaking. You need to do something useful besides just talking to people and solving murders. So many flower pots. Big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. Let's see, tool shed. Let's look at this big fucking flower. Ugh! What is this? This thing is super weird. Super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Oh! That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it, and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa! And the plant's all like, snap! And your flesh is all like, bleh, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. A student hopes peek at it improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although, they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
Actually...
Tragedy again. By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people! So it's totally good for the environment.
Well
Such an
done.
eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I better keep my distance. And yet you couldn't help getting close enough to fetch a coin from that thing, huh, genius? Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? It's got chickens! This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that? Seems safe. Got any coins for me, sorry, chickens? It's a chicken. It doesn't have, like, a second form, right? They do! It's called turkey! I'm disappointed. None of you have anything to give. You wasted my time. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Who doesn't? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly? 5! You know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. These in terms of natural numbers. What's an unnatural number, exactly? Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right.
It's a number of power. A refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. I feel like he's getting weirder as time goes on. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Do you really want to? Well, I do anyway, but... Well, you should know better by now, Makoto. And frankly, so should I. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers! Sprinklers? Yeah! He controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7 a.m. every morning. Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway.
Yes.
Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm sure it's a lot more tame than any fetish you have. I'm gonna tell everyone! Well, I'm sorry to say, Makoto, but your water fetish is about to be exposed to the whole world.
Yo!
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
You know?
But the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. Helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why, is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? Without plants, we wouldn't be alive. It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide that they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore, we get movies like The Happening, right?
The end is nigh!
They'll put their plan for global extinction into action!
Well?
I'm serious! Yep, he's definitely seen The Happening. I think that covers everything in this area, so we got one more room to check out. And that's up here a ways. The bio. And it's got a raw door on it, and it's locked. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says Biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen all there is to see up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. I don't really know why you even bother. I mean, you go through every single room every freaking time a new floor opens up. And really, there was really not much to find out on this floor anyway. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. Still, it's just the 6 of us. It's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we lost, we have to do our best. Can we all stop this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. Okay, sir. If you'll just be patient with moi. There we go. We got another coin right there now. Okay, can you speak to us yet, Toko? Hey, Byakuya. Seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. Ah, I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man! I know you like torturing her, but come on! Well, Toko, If you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously? You're just gonna take it?
What the heck?
Shut up! And don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this. That is quite the survival knife you found. A knife? Oh, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well...
How would I know? Was it in the one I found you in, or was it in the one where a massacre took place?
Very suspicious.
What are you going to use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not going to do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. No, you are not. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. Jill uses scissors!
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Why don't you hang on to it? I am not your lapdog, and number two, I'd sooner trust you with it more than anybody else at this point. Huh? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
Then that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. You and me both, Cracker. You and me both. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. You're acting like I already said yes. Fine. There's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. He complimented her! Are you seeing this, people? He complimented Toko! Jill! The shipping! It could happen. It could very well happen. This is a sign of hope. So please, don't lose hope. Don't kill anybody else. Hang on for dear life while I make sure you two have babies. Huh? Did Master just praise me? I know, Toko, isn't it grand? Doesn't it just make your heart truly flutter? Hey, good for you. Don't be upset. This is a monumental occasion. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange. So strange. Really strange. Oh no. You're gonna make him regret it. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Welcome to the club. I've been feeling sad for her since day one. Master praised me. Yeah. I could live in this dream forever. Maybe we should leave her alone for now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's settled. We'll let you be in charge of the knife, Makoto. Okay, Hero, what do you got for us? Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor. I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and, I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed! Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seemed dangerous, so we have to be careful.
We're serious.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in a pipe, though. And that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Oh, yeah. Apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know. Of course not, because idiots never get wet. You're thinking of ducks. Well, you heard the man, Hina. You get wet all the time, it's your profession, so you are not an idiot. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 plus 10 is? It's fish.
What the heck?
Hey, come on! You don't always have to call me dumb. And stop acting like it. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid! But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Huh?
So, what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered. No, he did not. Short-term memory loss does not an idiot make. Just makes you stupidly forgetful.
You know?
That was a big garden on the 5th floor. Now, let's look at the chicken coop. There were a bunch of chickens in a chicken coop, right? That's right. 5. 5 chickens. I love chickens. And that is why you're a good person, Hina. Because only an evil scumbag would not love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh. Or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? Raw chicken? Good God. That's risky for your health. I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. Thank you.
You know?
Alright, now what do you have to say about the tool shed? You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe.
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed. And the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond? Yeah, it does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think. I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Huh? Where? Oh, that's it. I remember. Mondo's jacket. It was on Mondo's uniform. On the back of his jacket. So what's a pickaxe with his gang's insignia and logo doing in a tool shed up on the 5th floor of the school? His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mono must have snuck it in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
He's dead, Hero. But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, that stuck out to me. What stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Huh? Then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help. How would you... Okay, fine. Explain to us.
Huh?
How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know. Maybe we could use it to make crop circles or something. I think you'd have a better shot at getting aliens to show up here by making another hamburger. Or sorry, pork burger. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well,
We can use those to call for help. What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
you know?
Well, back then, my personality hadn't quite solidified yet.
Ah.
It's like he's leaning on the fourth wall, I swear to God. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. It's okay, hero. It's at this point where I start to find you likable. I didn't even know you could have a real-life garden inside a school. All that green is super relaxing, you know? I just gotta make sure we don't get body snatched. Okay. Makuma flowers is enough to keep me away, regardless. So, what do you have for us, you? By the way, did you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific. Far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated.
Huh?
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. Feels like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it.
But
But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
So, in other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop, seriously. I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. A fucking group murder in a school classroom? Excuse me, but I find that highly unlikely. Huh? You're thinking the same thing, then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's true,
it's all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
hey,
Yes, it would explain it, but that's still... But again, just a mass murder like that, and I don't know. That still doesn't seem like it would be deserving of a name like the biggest, most awful, most tragic human event in history or whatnot. I mean, I guess it all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful. Super awfully awful. You're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible. Tragic. Hopeless. But still. How is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? That's a $10 million question. Well, one of them. Does that mean they really did cover it up? A strange room on the 5th floor. We can only assume that a large number of people died in that room. So the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. I've seen that room. This tragedy happened 1 year ago?
In other words, naturally.
Okay, you're just saying the same stuff. My concern is with the biolab. That's the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
could it be?
It's probably a room that's used for making virus super soldiers or something. The Umbrella Corporation must be... The Umbrella Corporation is involved at this school. If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature. The final boss, or tyrant, or... Speaking of which, you get it, hero.
But...
We're not in a horror game, though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently. I will use my fucking brain how I wish, you twit!
Well...
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too. Dick.
Hey,
Okay, now what do you got for us? It's about the dojo, right? I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to be Sakura's job, but... Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor, either.
So,
But then when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. And that's... What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you ask? There's no more stairs leading up!
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor. Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery.
But
That's the hardest part.
okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Because your live's on the line. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
yo,
So, what do we do? Now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. And I'm going to usurp your throne. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
no way.
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're just gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So, what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Huh?
Well...
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is... Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. Even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Well, going by literally the entire game up until this point, and especially how she's carried herself during murder investigations and class trials and all that stuff, I think we can safely say that she is a detective. Now that you mention it, she's never told us. There's also all her expertise of forensic science and all that, because you know that's what's used in criminal investigations. I would know. I've done it in school. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. He has a point. As reluctant as I am to agree with him on anything, I can't.
Huh?
What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean? She means she is literally unable to tell you who she is.
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. So you have amnesia! You have no memory. You mean amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is very suspicious.
You can't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing. Why? She just told us that she doesn't know.
Hey,
What are you going to do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
what?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you your room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on. A threat like that.
That's fine.
Fine. I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You damn fool! Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? And amnesia would fit right in. Well, it also kind of brings to mind her question to Monokuma at one point, what did you do to my body? Maybe it has something to do with that, her amnesia.
However...
The worst school, where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that? Huh?
Hey,
Can you really be sure that life in here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us, and without a word, began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
But...
I think you went too far, taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. And what would you have Byakuya do to her even more? Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her. Enjoying getting yelled at. I'm not gonna say anything. Not this time.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating. It grates on me.
Hey,
Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus the situation. It's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. What is it? What? What the hell? Were you yelling all? What? Why are you yelling all of a sudden? Cause, look. We don't have any food to give you, you know. It's you. How long have you been standing there? I'm very...
Now I'm really angry!
Angry! Angry at what? At the thief! Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you, there's a thief in your midst!
Huh?
What?
Hey!
My precious! They stole it! The Ring of Power? You're precious?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Yep! It's no less than what you deserve. Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up! I hope all you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Well, probably to find a lead.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Uh-oh. We need to get out of here.
You know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow. About Kyoko. However, after what just happened to Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms. Don't go wandering around.
well...
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Oh, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really going to be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... I'm trying to sleep, man! As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important... Did I hear the doorbell? Grab the knife, just in case. Knife to see you, Kyoko. Kyoko?
Hey.
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait! Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. So, got any new leads for me?
Hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay. I'm used to it.
correct.
Indeed.
So then,
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. What did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key? Well, going by the insignia and the shape of the key itself, I would be inclined to say it's probably a key to a room with a similar insignia, like we saw on a certain map, or something else in particularly special. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where'd you get this?
so,
From the headmaster's room. You managed to break in! What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
however,
The lock was broken. What?
correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us? But wouldn't Monokuma have punished her right then and there? For doing that? So then why not?
That's right.
That's right. So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lie hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. So that's pretty much why you had me run it as a decoy in front of the data center. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away. Which is why I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room. And as a result, I found this key. Wow. Then, what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Well, the bear loves despair. And this Mukuro Ikusaba is called Ultimate Despair. That's not exactly an unreasonable assumption to make, honestly. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
wrong.
No. The headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
So basically, that would mean then, if that's true, that our mastermind, our captor, is a fellow student just like us. So which would then beg the question, how the fuck could a high school student manage to pull off a freaking murder game of this magnitude? Anyway, this key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So...
I don't know yet. Which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again, while I go and find out. You're gonna get me killed, man. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't! That's way too dangerous! And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know... we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us...
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why I'm going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. Yeah, that would stand to reason. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think about what might happen if we fail, the way I see it, Makoto, the risk is very much worth it because that means our freedom and our survival. Otherwise, we are stuck here, or dead.
why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much. After all, with minimal regulations number 4, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all without a second thought.
I see.
I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules, or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But!
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger. But if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Well, your memory is short, because I've seen it at one point, when it was suggested that the headmaster may be the one who's locked us all in here, and how she reacted to that bit of news. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and I wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
it's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Something happens?
However,
I'm not planning on dying. But there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine. I'll hold on to it, just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point, you can be sure of that.
indeed.
Yes. Of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
Indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then. Shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. That wasn't like every other time. It was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine, I know it. Don't jinx it, you fool! Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma! You can see me, right? Get out here! I got a bone to pick with you! Then, a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out.
Hey, hey!
Hey, by the way... Huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you? In the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? Well, in both senses, yes, it would be. So warm and wet. So warm and wet. I bet you guys moved to conform with local and international censorship laws. Well, apparently, sex is a issue worthy of censorship on an international level. You heard it, people. I'm gonna get censored next. It's been nice knowing you. All over her, didn't you? I'm gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Okay, I believe you. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Oh, so is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse? Bullseye! Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? I'm onto you, bear! Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want? Oh, well, there's something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or dude fella? Well, that'd be nice too. Are you a boy or a girl?
Actually...
But in the bear kingdom, there is no male or female. So bears reproduce asexually. Got it. Actually there is.
What?
Seriously?
My entire existence!
Then, what am I? My entire existence. Have you ever tried looking between your legs? That might be a starting point if nothing else. That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh, well. You told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible and all, but... Is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or your sign breeding tips? I would honestly be interested in getting the best honey, so... This is just crazy. Are all prepubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the
Heh, nutty. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. What was the second thing? It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself. I'll go with vibrator. Actually, no. That would paint a questionable image of Kyoko, wouldn't it? I can't do that. She might give me the cold shoulder again. Never mind. I'll think of something else. Making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Phew. I hope that I kept him distracted long enough. And all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine. Right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Well, this is different from what we've seen before. Sakura's Revenge game would have been waiting for. Unfortunately, development's been cancelled. Of course, it's enough if you buy Danganronpa. Who knows? So buy copies and for all your friends. Okay, that was odd. This is super stylish. Super fashionable game was cancelled during development. But it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well.
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too!
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
My body feels so heavy this morning. Must be because I woke up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. We are going to get to the dining hall next time, because I'm going to cut off today's episode here. And we can find out whether Kyoko was successful for her experiment next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Danganronpa. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.